parked at the church. Asked about a lot at work, and quite frankly, I get sick of having to talk about it all the time.
Hey guys, so today is Friday, I think the 4th Friday in Lent, and it's also the feast day of St. Joseph, and it's also a really beautiful sunny day out today, so I'm going to improvise a smoothie to take with me, and then I'm going to take you guys with me as I go to my church, because they have Stations of the Cross set up outdoors, like, so you can just go and meditate on them in the church garden at any time. So I thought that would be such a wonderful thing to do on such a beautiful day. So I'm going to take you guys along with me, but first, smoothie time. So I'm going to start with 1 fresh banana, a handful of frozen strawberries, okay, now I'm going to wash my hands, and I'm just going to use my Thieves hand soap that I get from Young Living. I know I'm grabbing a spoon because I forgot to do that before I went on camera. So I'm going to add in some moringa powder for a little bit of green, and there are also pretty much every nutrient in the book. Well, not everything, because no food has everything, but you guys get the idea that there's a lot of goodness in moringa powder. And a big heaping spoonful of peanut butter, and just let it all drip right off. And this is just the homemade peanut butter that I made. And now I'm gonna add a glass of orange juice for a little bit of liquid. Not gonna put in all of it yet, because I don't want it to be too liquidy. If I need more, I'll add it. And then let it go.
We're gonna keep it low-key, keep it softly spoken, with no strings tying you to me. I'm happy in your company with no emotion, 'cause my love deserves to be free. I never wanna look at a house in the garden, I never wanna lock you down. I know you're not mine, it's just my turn.
So now I'm gonna pour this smoothie into 2 Starbucks cups. So I have one for today, and the other one, because I'm going to be going to church tomorrow morning as well to help with some yard work there that the Creation Care team is doing. And I'll be taking you guys along with me for that as well. Hey guys, so I just parked at the church, and I'm going to be oiling up my mask. It's pretty low maintenance. So I already sprayed my Thieves spray in my mask because my mask lanyard broke, which made it harder not to touch my mask. So I just sprayed it with Thieves to be good to go, but I am going to put in a drop of frankincense because that's really good for prayer and meditation and spirituality, which when I go to church, there's a good chance that's what I'm there to do. So that's what I have my frankincense for. And then I'm going to put my mask on and sanitize so I can do the next step. Okay, mask is on. Now I'm going to sanitize, and I just have it dangling from my purse for easy access. And now I'm gonna put a drop of frankincense on the inside of my wrist, just as if I were putting on perfume. And a drop of one heart in my hair, because I'm rotating it with valor. And that's it. So I'm over here at the plaque for the first station, and as you guys can see, they're just numbered. They're not labeled with what the stations are. And I don't know all of them off the top of my head, so I'm gonna have to pull them up on my phone somehow. That way I can see them and follow along. But here's number 1, which is that Jesus is condemned to die. So as I prepare to go on to the next station, I want to take a moment to pray, because at the first station we meditate on Jesus being condemned to death. Whole crowds were asking Pontius Pilate to crucify Jesus, even though he had done nothing wrong, and nobody was standing up for him and defending him. And Jesus accepted it all and didn't even try to stand up for himself. Lord, when I'm being unfairly criticized and unfairly accused of things that I didn't do, just help me to remember when you went through the same thing at the hands of the crowds, and to be grateful for whatever my own suffering is, that like yours, it may be for the glory of God. So I'm here at the third station, which is where Jesus Christ falls for the first time. And it's understandable why he would fall, because he was bearing the weight of all of our sins on that cross. Everything everybody in the whole world ever did wrong, and any wrongs that would be committed in the future, all of that was on Jesus. And as people in the modern world, sometimes we feel like we're being asked to take on too much, and we too eventually break down when we're taking on too much. And that's why Jesus walked the earth, so that way he could put himself in our shoes as a human, and we could remember his suffering through our own. Lord, when my own cross becomes too heavy and I break down too, help me to remember your breaking down and appreciate it, that it is for the glory of God. And as I get ready to move on to station number 7, I wanted to briefly meditate on stations 4 through 6, all 3 of which involve somebody stopping to help Jesus along the way before he falls for the second time. Jesus first saw his mother, the Blessed Virgin Mary, and then Simon helped Jesus to carry the cross,
and then Veronica wiped the face of Jesus. Lord, sometimes whenever I see that somebody is suffering and know that there is suffering around me, and sometimes I wonder how I, just a normal passerby, can help that person. Guide me as you did Mary, Simon, and Veronica, and give me the inspiration to be like them, and let me know what I can do for them. And I'm now at the 8th station, where Jesus meets women who are weeping for him and sad that he is being taken to die. Jesus, though burdened by the weight of the cross, he still stops to give them words of encouragement before he is to die. Lord, sometimes my own burdens make me blind to those of others. Help me to not be self-absorbed by my own problems, that I fail to recognize the needs of other people around me. At the 9th station, Jesus fell for the 3rd time. But he got up again. He fell 3 times on the cross, but he never gave up, because he knew that his perseverance would fulfill God's plan and redeem all of his people. Lord, when things become difficult for me and I break down and I give up, don't keep me in that rut. Help me to get back up, and help me to stop making excuses, and help me to persevere and keep going to the end. And here at the 12th station, Jesus Christ died on the cross. But Jesus, before you died, you forgave the soldiers who crucified you. You forgave everybody who tortured you and spoke badly of you on your way to the cross. You forgave all the sins committed before you came and all the sins of the people who are to come, and you forgave the sins of the 2 people crucified next to you, who said, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." You told them that today they would be with you in paradise. Lord, sometimes I struggle to forgive people who have done me wrong. Help me to forgive them as readily as you did. And let us all be with you in paradise when our times come. And I'm now at the end with station number 14, which is when Jesus is laid in the tomb. And that one is pretty notable, especially today on St. Joseph's feast day, because St. Joseph gave up his own tomb for Jesus to lay in. A strong act of fatherly love right there. St. Joseph, I ask your intercession that your son Jesus might help me to show the same love to those around me for whom I am responsible that you showed to your own son Jesus Christ. So I hope you guys were able to see by me showing you guys as I was walking through the Stations of the Cross that I like doing this on Fridays during Lent because it's a very meditative experience, and I feel that meditating on the Stations of the cross and recalling the events, starting with Jesus' condemnation all the way until he was laid in the tomb, I feel like remembering those events forces me to call to mind my own shortcomings, where I have fallen short, and liken that to what Jesus experienced when he walked the earth, and ask him to help me be a more faithful follower of Christ. I could not show you guys every station because I would not have had enough storage space on my phone to hold all those clips, and also because more importantly, I'm not here to vlog the experience. I'm here to pray and walk through the stations, and getting footage thereof was an added bonus. So I didn't want to become so invested in vlogging about it that I lost sight of what I was here for. So I filmed the appropriate balance of what I could film and had the storage space on my phone for, but also what I could have done without losing sight of what I came to the church for. And I also wanted to sit down in a comfortable setting and talk to you guys about something that I get asked about a lot at work, and quite frankly, I get sick of having to talk about it all the time. It's not that I object to sharing it, because I don't. It's just that I get tired of having to explain myself every day. So I decided I would talk about it on YouTube, and then next time somebody asks me about it, I would just direct them to this video. And that subject is whether I've been vaccinated against COVID yet. And the answer to that is no, and the follow-up question is why. And I especially thought it was important to address this issue because I am in the field of natural health and wellness, and a lot of people who are anti-vax also are, so I don't want people making assumptions that I'm anti-vax myself, because I'm absolutely not anti-vax. I 100% support vaccination efforts, and I know that they are proven safe and effective, and that everybody who can get vaccinated should get vaccinated. And with that said, I do want to get vaccinated against COVID, and where we live in the state of Maryland, I am eligible to get vaccinated as an essential worker. So with that said, why have I not been vaccinated yet? And the answer is kind of complicated, and it's an issue of anxiety. So as you guys saw, if you've been sticking around since the start of my channel, in my vlog called "It Took Me a Drop of Valor to Talk About This," which I'll link in the iCard up here, I was telling you guys about how I get really seriously anxious around needles, and it makes it very hard for me to do anything that involves them, like getting vaccinated, getting a blood test, all that sort of thing. And I work in a child care center, and the kids sometimes like to play doctor and pretend to give shots. I don't let them do that on me, because even that gives me a panic attack. And if you guys haven't been living under a rock, then you know that the COVID vaccines that have been out for longer, Pfizer and Moderna, they both involve 2 doses. It's hard enough for me to just get 1. 2 would be brutal, almost impossible, because my anxiety around needles is so severe. Like, it's crazy, you guys. And I know it sounds stupid coming out, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So for that reason, I've been holding out for the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. And at this time, if you're getting vaccinated, where I live, you walk in and you get what you get, and you won't know what you're gonna get until you get there. So I'm holding out until I have the option to choose, and I'm, in the meantime, like, trying to see, like, if there's a way that I can be certain that I can get the Johnson & Johnson one, so it will only be 1 dose. I'm not getting much information about that, but that is something that I've been following in the news and on social media. But guys, just know that I am 100% intent on getting vaccinated. I'm not anti-vax. It's just I've been waiting for a specific one to make it easier for me to tolerate it. So I hope that this clears up some confusion with anybody who might have been wondering about that, and stops people from going around spreading rumors about me. And I also hope that nobody thinks less of the natural health and wellness community that I'm in because of this, if that makes sense. Anyway, I know that I'm rambling, but the point is I just wanted to hop on and clear that up with you guys. So now I'm going to close out the vlog. So I thank you guys so much for watching. So please be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on that notifications bell so that you guys don't miss a beat. And don't forget that I'll have a few videos linked in the iCard right up here, which you should see if you tap your screen, and all my referral links, as well as other social media that I'm on, as well as my link to get started with Young Living. All of that is down in the description box below. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.